And then when I was in Asia, I got so many opportunities. I taught at a university for a year as a dance professor. And
Hmm.
I did some tours in Japan. I went to Korea and Singapore. I met so many good peoples. And then 5 years later, my wife decided.
So before we go, if we want to find out what's going on with B-Boy Puzzles, we want to take a class, we want to feel the vibe, we want to see what's going on. How do we find you? How do we follow you?
Okay, so right now I do have a mentorship program. I've been doing this for 2 years now. I work with about six b-boys. It's my Patreon, so you can go on Patreon and search up Puzzles Rock, Puzzles, and then ROC. And basically, we kind of just build online. My students would tell me what they want out of breaking, and I would try to kind of just deliver with the knowledge that I know. So I would tell stories that I share with my teachers. I always got to shout out my teachers like Ness and Poe and Wiggles really helped me a lot through my journey. And I try to just pass on some of the stories that they shared with me that made me click, you know. And I do that, and I do the MetaHuman after school programs, which is stuff I do locally in Vancouver. I basically use breaking as a tool to build their confidence, kind of like karate or like any fighting. You just build confidence that way. The dance is kind of secondary to the relationships and the buildings and the working together kind of stuff, you know. And if they really like breaking, they can dig into it deeply themselves, you know. But one thing I do want to say though is I do want to give a quick shout out to Ness because he really shaped me with what I'm doing now. Because when I first met Ness in Circle Kings, it was like meeting a superhero. You know, like I remember it was my first trip to Europe, and I was ciphering in this little dark cipher in like the club, you know, and he comes in and he's like he does his thing, and then after the cipher, I remember I go up to him, I'm like, "Yo, Ness, I watch you a ton. You know, my name is Puzzles," and he's like, "Yo, I know you." He's like, "Yo, I know who
Wow.
you are." I was like, "Oh shit, right? That's crazy." And then within 10 minutes, he's like, "Yo, let's go upstairs to the top of the club." Because the battle was at the lower stage. He took me upstairs. He started showing me this footwork drill. You know, he's like, right in 10 minutes, he showed me this drill. He's just like, it's still a drill I teach today. He was like, "Yo, like, go into any room. Don't move any of the furniture and just footwork around the furniture. Because that way you will make up new movements. You know, it's not just 6 step, 3 step. You can only go 6 step. Maybe after 3 steps in your 6 step, there's a furniture there. So you got to kind of figure a way around it. So it's a great way for me to like learn different footwork drills. It's still a drill that I use today, but the lesson I took away from that wasn't the drill. It was how humble he was, you know. And like I said, I told you in the very beginning that when I first met some of the older G's in Toronto, they weren't as old as Ness was when I met him. They were still relatively young, maybe late 20s.
Oh,
But
so they were still active, yeah.
yeah, they were still active, but it was they taught me through another kind of energy. It was more like aggressive hate kind of thing.
Oh
But
yeah.
when I first met Ness, like he was so humble. Like he was just like, "Yo, I know who you are. Well, let me take you upstairs and let me show you some," you know. And I took that with me ever since that day, you know. So ever since that day, if anyone asks me questions, if anyone wants help, sometimes if I see a guy that didn't even ask me for help, I would be like, "Oh, you know, you can do this better if you can maybe just learn this way," you know. That's all. It's all my Ness. It's all me being humble and being able to reach out. And I always want to give him a shout because that's my dude, you know.
No doubt.
Yeah,
Word, man. I want to give him a shout out too because on Instagram, he reposted one of the clips and said he was humble towards me too. Gave me props for what I'm doing as far as trying to be a journalist and bringing real stories to the breaking. So
yeah,
yeah, shout out to him for sure. You know what I mean?
yeah. And that's the type of guy he was. And like, and that was the first time when that kind of just clicked to me. Like, oh shit, like, you know, there's this other OGs that are not very aggressive. You know, they're just down to help, and that kind of really changed my mentality from that point forward, and I kind of mellowed out a little bit in terms of being that aggressive, like, yo, let's battle, like, you know. So he showed me this other route, which was more in tune with, I guess, with me, you know. So it works. So I gotta always thank him for that.
No doubt. Yeah. Well, there it is. Hey, man, thank you so much for your time. You know, it's been cool reconnecting with you, man. It's like that jam back at Scribble Jam happened a week ago. The way I'm being able to talk to you now, like, right? Like I've been talking to you all these years, even though I haven't. So we appreciate your time, man. We appreciate you being such a, you know, inspiration to the young Canadian b-boys and the ones in America and Asia. So basically worldwide, man. You know, being an inspiration in your family, to your wife, to your kids, man. All these things are very important because at the end of the day, everything we did in breaking just becomes war stories. But what we do in our real lives, man, that is what goes on forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that is the real impact that we make in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yo, and I just want to give you a shout out real quickly. I'm gonna be honest, man. You know, my wife always pushed me to do more of this media stuff, to share my stories, to get out there. Yo, I never really feel comfortable doing it, and I'll tell you what I always do, and I hate doing it. Sometimes I'll agree to do something, and then I'll kind of like, you give me some time, I'll back out of it, or I'll cancel. But, you know, but you know.
Hey man, you didn't do that to me early on, did you? Is that why this took so long?
No. I honestly, I did not do that to you. But what happened? I saw that clip of Shadow, and I saw you, and then I was like, yo, and maybe because it was Scribble Jam, I'm like, yo, I like this guy's vibe, you know. And for some reason, I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna do this one, you know.
No doubt.
It's you, and I feel like you're so important to the B-boys and the B-girls and breaking in general, because you're giving out information, you know, and you're giving out information that is just not about winning and losing, you know.
I appreciate that, man.
It's more to hip hop than just that, and like, it's dope, man. I'm happy to be a part of it. And your 2 hours blew by so quick, man. That's when you know it's chill.
No doubt, man. I appreciate that, man. Thanks again. Beyond the Cypher, Bboy Puzzles, 416 Hertz. Make sure you check them out. Support the Patreon. Take a class. Get some mentorship. If you on the come up and you trying to figure out how do I travel the world breaking? How do I develop myself as a dancer? How do I get past all the BS and politics in the scene? You need to go to my man Puzzles, 416 Hertz.
Yeah, let's
get
build
that knowledge.
Yeah. Huh? I said, let's build.
Yes, let's build. Hey, pieces to the puzzle. You got to build. No doubt, man. So again, thank you so much, man. You're a part now. You're a part of the legacy. And to your point, you were already part of the legacy because Shadow brought you up, and so a clip of you was already a part of Beyond the Cypher. But it's nothing like having the direct conversation, man. So we appreciate you for that from the bottom of my heart. And until the next episode, man.
Yeah,
peace.
Yo, all the best. Let's keep in touch too.
For sure, man. Yes, no doubt, man. Because like I told you, I need to get that ale or whatever that stuff is.
Hell yeah.
Yo, shout out to Vancouver and their local breweries.
I thought no doubt. Man. And you know, we gotta swap fatherly advices also.
No doubt, man. We definitely do, man. For sure. I'll make sure you get the rest of my contact. You already have me on Instagram, but I can call. My phone is set up to call Canada, so it won't be any extra charges or anything for me. So yeah, man.
Let's build up.
Yeah, for sure, man. So
peace. Take care, buddy. Good times.
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Let us know how we're doing in the comment section, and to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace until the next episode.